What is going on, guys? Moon 3PO here, and it's the last Saturday of the month, which means it's time for another card show. Every 3 to 4 months, my hometown hosts this card show. It's one of our bigger shows. I've been to it in the past. You guys have seen those past vlogs. But we're back again. It's the last Saturday of the month, and hopefully we can find some really good deals. Now, I will admit, in the past, this show has been a little bit of a hit and miss, just because one, it's not hasn't been baseball season. We're in February, heading into March, so hopefully we can get a lot more baseball. Obviously, try to take advantage of some of the prospects, or maybe some veterans who have a low stock right now, but with spring training coming up and obviously the season, maybe we could take advantage of that. Another thing that's been taking over these shows has been the Pokemon card market, which for good reason. The Pokemon card market is very, very hot right now with Prismatic Evolutions, Surging Sparks, Journey Together is coming out. So I don't know too much about it. My wife does, but yeah, it's been a lot of Pokemon vendors, and then of course with football season just wrapping, basketball in the middle of its season as well. We've been seeing a lot more vendors of those specific sports. So hopefully we can go in there, find some baseball along with WWE. If you guys saw my last time I went to a card show, link down below. Card will be around here somewhere. You guys know that we bought some WWE singles. We've been ripping a lot of WWE product on the channel as well. So maybe we can find some good singles, and maybe we can find some, potential flips or potential grading. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get as much footage as I can. Obviously, show you what the show looks like, how many vendors were there. I'm gonna try to do my best, if I'm bundling some deals or what's going on in the show, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, do my best here to get as much footage as I can, to kind of get that real, experience of what a negotiation may look like on my end. But yeah, that's enough talking. Let's head inside the show. Alrighty, guys, bringing you a little bit of a voiceover here. Now, showing off one little showcase here. Now, this was a very stacked showcase, but very, very overpriced. You can see here some nice Jackson Merrill, some Tatis, some Manny Machados, and then here we got a really Texas Rangers based showcase. We got some Wyatt Langford, some Corey Seagers. Again, nice looking cards at PSA 9, PSA 10s, but just still very, very overpriced. Next showcase here was coming from a good vendor that I go to quite a bit. You guys would have known that with the Roman Reigns card. Still has that for sale. Not budging, but of course it's for good reason. And of course, a Caitlin Clark. Don't know a lot about Caitlin Clark, but was getting a lot of intrigues and offers from that. This is where I typically like to work with here. The value boxes here. So he is a WB collector, obviously. So nice little inserts here. We got some Slammy inserts. We got some nice color. We've got some Batista inserts, some nice little other parallels, things of that nature. Was looking for some potential WrestleMania winners or WrestleMania main eventers, but he doesn't have that. Of course, he knows about the potential WrestleMania buyback. I failed to acknowledge there in the intro that it was a 2-day show. So this here's a little clip of my wife here. She is a Pokemon collector, so there's her scanning here some of her Pokemon cards so she can find some for her new sets. And this here is just a little bit of an overlay of the show. This is from day 2. Day 1 was super, super packed. Was not able to get a lot of footage. It was literally shoulder to shoulder. It was ridiculous how packed it was. A lot of Pokemon, still a lot of football, a lot of basketball, which I understand that those seasons have just wrapped. Well, basketball's still in full swing. But yeah, this is a little bit of a glimpse of what the venue looks like. Alrighty, guys, so we are back from the show. Now, I failed to acknowledge in the intro of the video is that this was a 2-day show, and I actually attended both days. Typically, in the past, when I go to card shows, I either only go to Saturday, just because it's a little bit easier for me. My Sundays, I usually spend, doing this kind of stuff, pricing out cards, posting things on eBay or things like that, making content, uploading content. So went the weekend this time just because, like I also mentioned in the intro, my wife couldn't go the first day, and of course she loves to collect Pokemon and is completing her sets. So I went Saturday and she came with me on Sunday. So that's why you see a little clip of her taking pictures of her binder, just so she knows what she has. So overall, from both days, we spent $100, which isn't crazy for me. I was hoping to have made more deals, but some things didn't come into fruition. So a little bit unfortunate. But that's the nature of the game. You kind of have to recognize what's good for you, what's good for the seller. And there were just some cards that were just very, very overpriced. You guys saw that overlay of that guy who had that really good showcase. Granted, great cards, but just very, very overpriced, and he was not willing to make a deal or anything like that. So very difficult to for me to make money, or me to get money back in my pocket so I can fund other things. So, but yeah, only $100. And the way I'm going to break it down is the way I bought them from the seller. The reason why I bought them, obviously the prices. I kept the stickers on all of them so you guys can kind of see how I was able to negotiate some of these deals, and kind of get the price per card, because that's the way my brain has been working the last couple of days. Last couple of times I've gone to these shows, is that sometimes I get over fixated on one price of a card, but not incorporating the other cards' prices. So like the way my brain is working now is like, okay, if I buy a specific lot from a buyer, what's the price per card? And can I realistically make my money back on one card, series of cards, so things like that. So that's the way I'm gonna break it down here. So let's first just start off with this one seller that I didn't buy too much from. He's a seller I go to quite often, but he just didn't have a lot of baseball. Was ripping a lot of WNBA, NBA hoops. I think of football. I think he's what he had mainly in his showcase. So nothing crazy. So these cards here were $5 all total. So it was this Connor Griffin refractor first Bowman from 2024 Bowman draft. I think he is a very solid bat. He is a high school bat, so it's gonna take a little bit for him to get his way up to the major, especially him also being the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't see him rushing them anytime soon. But yeah, Connor Griffin, I think is just a long-term play. It's a first Bowman refractor. It's nothing crazy. So essentially, these next two cards here were for free. Are Panini, but they are Prism. Looking to take advantage of some spring training hype. Roman Anthony first, not a first Bowman, but Roman Anthony Prism on from 2024 Prism, and then of course the Dylan Cruz. Now obviously Dylan Cruz has his top flagship out right now, so I think there's going to be a lot of people maybe going towards his card. So who knows? Maybe I can get anything I get out of that card is essentially free. So now these next two here, I'm going to show off here. Now I would set some expectations. All these are going to be wrestling cards, because that was the only baseball that I bought. Just again, not a lot of baseball vendors, unfortunately. A lot of Pokemon, and the baseball vendors that I was looking to go to, again, was very overpriced. So this stack here was $50, and primarily two of those cards here are going to take up or probably give me my money back. So we got a CM Punk here on the purple refractor. These are exclusive, I believe, to the hobbies. And this is just a PC card. CM Punk is my guy, PC CM Punk cards. And then there's also, I'm planning on making a video on it when we get some more information, or maybe if I'm able to do a little bit more research. There is going to be a WrestleMania buyback for WrestleMania winners, potentially, or main event winners. Again, we don't know the specifics as far as right now, but CM Punk, I would think, would be in the main event. We don't know. Anything changes in the WWE, but yeah, CM Punk, again, nice little one here. Then we have here on the pink shimmer Seth Rollins, again, another potential MVP. I keep saying MVP. WrestleMania buyback. Looks like he may be in a picture with Roman Reigns, I would think. But again, it's too early to tell. But this is just a buyback play. Next one here is going to be Roxanne Perez on the pink shimmer. So again, this is more of like a hype. Roxanne Perez has a lot of hype behind her right now. She's getting a little bit of a mini push from WWE. She was the longest. Is the longest reigning woman to have the Royal Rumble time. So she's lasted longer in all the Royal Rumble. She has the record time. I butchered that so badly. And then of course she is in Elimination Chamber. She just beat Raquel Rodriguez this past Monday, so she is getting a little bit of a mini push. I would think she may be in the WrestleMania match with Bayley, and I would see Roxanne Perez going over. So yeah, Roxanne Perez, I'm a big fan of her. She is from my local area. She is from Texas, so it's pretty cool to have her, get a little bit of a main event push. This one here is primarily for the PC. You guys know I'm also a big Bray Wyatt fan. This is the shifting gears from Bray Wyatt to the Fiend. So again, just a really, really cool card. Kind of spoiled the two bigger cards here, but yeah, just a really, really cool card. I love these shifting gear cards. I think they're very, very underrated cards. But yeah, I have this one, the Cena, and now the Cody. But yeah, great looking card. Now the next two here that are going to make me back my money, along with if like the pink shimmer sell or the Seth Rollins sell, are these image variations. Now Topps Chrome does have image variations. This is Hulk Hogan. This is out of 244. So if you're buying Topps Chrome, WWE, anything over 200 is an image variation. I've talked about it in the past. You guys know I do not like Hulk Hogan. I am not a Hulk Hogan fan at all for various reasons. But there's no denying that his stuff sells. There are very, very dedicated and loyal Hulk Hogan fans. And this card here, got this for basically $20 because he had sticker price was 20. But yeah, I feel like I can get my money back on this. Comps are kind of showing like 30 to 40. I'll put some comps here overlay. But yeah, Hulk Hogan 244, and I think it's a cool little picture here, obviously from WCW. But yeah, I can make my money back on that one. And then this one here is going to be John Cena image variation, again over 200, so 270. Again, not a lot of people know about these because Topps really didn't put out too much information on the image variations, and John Cena has a lot of cards when it comes to image variations, SSPs. If you guys tuned into my TikTok, you guys know I bought case hits for $5 each. So I have a lot of John Cena stuff right now, and of course his stuff is selling pretty well. Again, with the hype of that this is his retirement tour, he is part of the Elimination Chamber. So time will tell if he goes on to win the main event of the elimination chamber and faces Cody. Time will tell on that. But there's no going wrong answer with John Cena. He is arguably the GOAT, and his stuff sells incredibly well. This next stack here, got these two stacks here from the same seller. Got them on different days because he did more rips of WWE on Saturday night, so he brought some of the stuff here for me. So this stack here was $20. I'm sorry, $25. So we'll go off here. Actually, I lied. There's one more baseball card in here. I lied. I'm sorry about that. So this one here, Roman Reigns, Allen Ginter. Just a nice looking card. Again, nothing crazy. It's not the refractor or anything, but still just a nice looking card. I do PC a little bit of the bloodline. So yeah, Roman Reigns, great looking card. Long-term play here, not really a long-term play. Her stuff just sells pretty well. I sell a lot of her stuff. Jada Parker on the refractor, $3. She's been involved in some NXT storylines here. Has put up some pretty good matches at NXT as well. So Jada Parker, NXT, nothing crazy there. The one baseball card that I did fail to mention here was his inverted SP, Alex Bregman. I've never seen this before. I believe it's from 2019 Topps Archives. And you guys just know, again, I am a Red Sox fan. He just signed with the Boston Red Sox, so who knows? Maybe it does something. I think it goes for like $9-10, I think, from what I saw. And then last but not least, from this stack was this Bailey, the red, white, and blue. These are numbered out of 85, and this is 81 out of 85. Couldn't even see it there. My camera is kind of bugging there, but yeah, you kind of see it there a little bit. 81 out of 85 Bailey. Again, her stuff sells pretty well for me as well. Has a pretty devoted fan base, and again is heavily involved in the WWE picture. So yeah, no problem there with Bailey. Now this next stack here was $20. Now when you consider the sticker prices, I bet you're like, Moon, Nick, how the hell did you get this for $20? Again, it's all about negotiating and relationships. Again, this is the guy that I primarily go to. He knows me pretty well. We talk every time we go to the shows. If it's wrestling, he is also a Red Sox fan. I think that's what's important about these shows, is building these relationships, because you get these deals and you can, it benefits you and it benefits him. So nothing crazy on this one. CM Punk, again, on the X Factor. Again, PC, CM Punk fan, WrestleMania, buyback. You never know. Next one here is this Cora Jade. I haven't even taken out the sleeves yet. Cora Jade, 48 out of 85 on the red, white, and blue. I do PC a little bit of Cora Jade cards. I do have some of her autos. Low-key kind of hate that it's in a matte case, but it is what it is. I just keep the matte cases. But yeah, out of 85, Cora Jade, again, she sells pretty well. Is down in the TNA storylines as well. Was on a great Fatal 4-Way match with Julia, Roxanne Perez, Bailey. So she's been putting on some really good matches. Stayed healthy, which has been very important for her. But yeah, Cora Jade, have a little bit of PC for her. But I mean, if this card starts moving a little bit, you never know. And this one, primarily right now, it could be a PC card, but we're going to see how it does air. I think I'm going to send it in for grading just to see how it does. I haven't really looked at it yet, but it is this John Cena. Again, it was 25 sticker price. So you compare the sticker price. So that's already $50, and he gave it to me for 20. So think about that for a little bit. So this is a Titletown John Cena out of 85 again on the blue. And this for here is just the reason why I say it's a PC card is because you see here, WWE Championship Royal Rumble, San Antonio, Texas. I do live in San Antonio, Texas, and I actually was at this event that he won the championship. And this is actually when he tied Ric Flair's 16 championship when he beat AJ Styles. So this is more of like a PC card for me potentially. Again, want to probably send it in to get graded, preferably with PSA, and just see what it does, or maybe SGC. I haven't really decided yet. But again, it's just an overall cool card. There was really no comps on it. That's why I was kind of tough. Like, I was surprised that he gave it to me for 20. Because again, there was really no comps. So he could have really just made his own price on this one. But yeah, just an overall really, really cool card. Happy to have it in the PC. And yeah, I think it'll look good in a PSA or SGC slab. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be the end of the video here. Again, kind of just showing off once again all the cards that we just picked up. So some couple of color bases, parallels, a lot of wrestling per usual. Awkwardly enough, wrestling right now, even though that we're in the middle of baseball season, or it's at the start of baseball season, I should say, wrestling cards is still continuing to move a lot better for me. Even throughout the baseball year, wrestling has still been moving a lot. So yeah, happy about that. Not complaining, because as a wrestling fan, it's cool to see that the hobby is starting to embrace the wrestling cards, and I've been saying it for such a long time that I feel like the wrestling card market has yet to be tapped into yet. So I mean, if you're looking to get into wrestling cards, things like that, or what prospects to follow in baseball, please feel free to leave a like and comment down below. what you want to see on this channel. If it's more wrestling cards, more baseball cards, because obviously we've been doing a lot of different content when it comes to the card creation stuff. So if you guys want specifically, more wrestling, more baseball, sign up in the comments down below, and it kind of shows me what direction that I should go when it comes to bringing content. If you like the card show content, you like me going to card shows, what am I doing? What am I buying? What am I selling? Please feel free to also subscribe to the channel, because that shows me that you guys want to see that type of content moving forward. In the description, you're gonna find all of my social media, so like my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter, which where I also show when I'm picking up, when I'm getting inside the mail as well. So please feel free to check out the other social medias along with my podcast. Collecting the 123 is my wrestling based podcast, which we talk about wrestling cards. Then of course we got Cardboard Dugout, which is where we talk about baseball cards and the baseball card market and anything going around all the Major League Baseball. So if that interests you, link down below. And I also do have the video formats also on the YouTube channel. So again, if you want to check that out, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you guys for watching this video and tuning in, and thank you guys for all the support. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and we will see y'all in the next one.